But I thought it went well, Daryl. I thought that again Thursday's a big situation day for us, so I thought it went well. Got a couple guys back to practice that were held out yesterday, so that's a positive as well.
The red zone offense, Coach, how do you get that going after taking a little dip last week?
Well, I think we have to make sure that we evaluate it very closely. Just that's something that that we did. We had the opportunities 3 times, and we were 0 for 3 in terms of scoring a touchdown. It's something that has been an emphasis point, especially in today's practice. I think we saw some opportunities that we left out there on the field the other day.
Talk about Brent Grimes' progress from last year. I mean, just in practice today, just making plays out there, and then of course, so far this season, it seems like he's really come a long way since last year.
Yeah, Brent, I think, continues to improve. It's his 3rd year with us. He's probably our most athletic player on the team in terms of athleticism, and he is understanding what we're trying to do. He's got 3 years underneath his belt, so he has a pretty good idea schematically what we're trying to get done. Playing very good technique so far this year.
Thomas continues to improve and seems to really have an impact every week.
Yes, Thomas continues to get better, not only on the mental part of it, but I think with the physical part of it as well. Thomas has taken a leadership role, even though he's a 3rd-year player. He's got a very good understanding, and we put a lot on our safeties to get us in the right coverages, Roger. But he's doing a very good job.
Is William Moore the starter because Eric's still trying to come back, or is William Moore one now?
William Moore is the starter right now, and he will start. And again, as I said yesterday, I said that's based on performance and performance or injuries. But right now, William will be our starter, and Eric will be our backup at both the strong and the free safety.
Mike, what's the culture of responsibility? You got to have 46. So many injuries in the NFL. You got to coach up 46 guys. You can't. They all got to be responsible to go in right. You got Snelling, you got Moore, you got your ends. How do you get all those guys ready like that?
Well, I think one of the things that we've tried to stress to our guys from the very beginning is being a backup in the NFL is probably the most difficult job that there is, because you don't get a whole lot of reps during the week. Someone goes down and you get put in a ball game, and everybody expects you to play at the same level that the guy that you were backing up. And we talk about accountability and knowing that you have to get mental reps, and I think they have a very good understanding of that. It's something that we talk to our players about all the time. Is you've got to be prepared and ready to go, even though you may not get physical reps during the week. Everybody is counting on you, to step in and play, and I think our guys have done that for the most part. We haven't had that big of a drop-off, and I think that says a lot to the depth of our roster as well.
Smitty, what did you see last with William Moore coming in this year? Because he only got in 2 games last year. It's not that he was a rookie coming into his 2nd year, but still he had a lot to learn.
George, we really feel like both he and Pere were really draft picks again, because they didn't get an opportunity to play very much last year. Yes, they went through the off-season and the training camp, but basically they were guys that didn't get many snaps and many reps. So both of them are going through the very steep learning curve right now. William is experiencing things that he's never experienced as a football player in terms of how people try to attack you, and I think he's doing a good job. But got a lot of things that we can improve on, and he knows that. The thing that he has done is he's made plays when they've been presented to him. He's had the 2 interceptions and the fumble recovery, and those things stand out. He's a very physical football player in terms of tackling.
He's also a loquacious kind of guy. I mean, in a sense where Thomas is kind of your professorial kind of leader back there. I mean, is that fair to say? It's kind of they don't exactly have the same personality.
No, they don't. And of course, I think you want your team to have a bunch of different personalities, because it keeps it loose and it keeps it fun. I think you want to have the same type of guys. And I think we've got number of different characters on our team, so to speak, not only here on the field, but in the locker room as well.
You have to prepare for Cobb. You have to also look at possibly Vic may get some play time.
Yeah, Roger, I think that we have been preparing for both quarterbacks very similar to last week. We did not know who we would face, whether it was going to be Malone or Seneca Wallace. And again, I think the passing game doesn't really change as far as the quarterback. What does happen is that the run game can be a little bit different, as well as how you strategize to rush the passer because of the skill sets of more athletic quarterback. But in terms of the passing game, we feel like both those guys basically have the same skill set in terms of throwing the football. They've been very effective. They've only turned the ball over one time passing the football, and they've only lost 3 fumbles. So they've only had 4 turnovers in the first 5 games.
With Deshaun Jackson, Macklin, and even Selleck, is this maybe the biggest test the secondary is going to face up to this point in the season?
Definitely the best group of guys to this point, especially when you talk about speed. This is a very fast group. Jackson and Macklin are very, very fast. Vaught is a big, strong number 3 receiver, and then Brent Selleck is, I think, a very talented tight end. And then when you throw in their leading receiver, their running back, Sean McCoy, it's going to put stress on us. And of course, the Eagles have for years, ever since Andy Reid's been there, been a passing team first. They pass the ball about 60% of the time over the 12 years that he's been there. But they're also the #1 rushing team in terms of yards per carry. So it's going to be a challenge for us.
All right, guys.
Thanks, guys.